morning and welcome to The Brief. Here's a look at your trending stories this morning. Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif discusses future plans for trade relations between the two countries. Former Minister Basil Rajapaksa summoned to the police FCID. And new study proves that the prehistoric man consumed rice over 6,000 years ago. Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif discussed future plans for Sri Lanka and his country's trade relations at an event organized by the Lakshman Kaduragama Institute for International Relations and Strategic Studies.
Excellencies, the two countries have agreed on the inclusion of services and investment chapters in the bilateral FTA. This would enable our companies to form joint ventures for export to third countries. Given the strategic locations of our two countries, the opening of the services sector also holds a lot of potential which needs to be exploited. Exchange of business delegations and holding trade fairs would also play a crucial role in realizing this goal. We are also examining the possibility of setting up of a joint investment company and having a currency swap arrangement with Sri Lanka.
Former Minister Basil Rajapaksa was summoned by the Police Financial Crimes Investigations Division yesterday.
Police media spokesperson SP Ron Gunasekara said that former Minister Basil Rajapaksa was summoned to the FCID to record a statement over alleged financial irregularities which is said to have taken place at the Divinaguma department. The former minister was accompanied by parliamentarian Prasanna Ranatunga and Deputy Minister Nimal Lansa.
I was summoned to obtain a statement over the investigation on the maiden Divinaguma National Summit. So far, no, but nothing is for certain.
Professor Raj Somadeva, a prominent figure in the field of archaeology, claims that a new study has proven that the prehistoric man had commenced consumption of rice grains over 6,000 years ago. Now, Professor Raj Somadeva said that this was confirmed through carbon dating tests conducted on grain discovered from excavation sites inside a cave in Ilukkumbura in Balangoda.
The Balangoda man who lived in the Horton Plains moved from the Balangoda hills to the plains below with the start of the various changes that took place in the environment, and this was the core area of research of Professor Raj Somadeva and his team. Thereby, the team excavated in Haldumulla, Kaltota, Kurugala, Rasagala and made their way to the Balangoda Plains and based these excavations centering around the Lunugalge cave in Ilukkumbura. The Newsfirst team, comprising of Zulfiq Farzan and Randiga Hettiarachchi, visited the excavation site and compiled a special report. So we have to reach this cave after climbing this ladder right to the top. The archaeologists excavated an area to the depth between 50 centimeters to 150 centimeters in the cave floor, and the team covered a large swath of rice grain, animal bones, stone weapons and even glass rock used by the prehistoric man and collected samples. Professor Raj Somadeva said that around 15 varieties of grain was discovered from the excavations. He added that the samples were sent to America for carbon dating, and the results have reached Lankan shores. The charred grains that we discovered from the excavations were sent to laboratories in Florida in the United States. The laboratory had given us the dating of these grain samples. They date back to 4350 BC. Another reads of 3600 BC. If we consider this according to the calendar, the prehistoric man that lives in the Lunugalge caves in Ilukkumbura had commenced to consume rice grain 6,300 years ago. According to Professor Somadeva, the results of this study pose a challenge to the common view that was accepted thus far. These grains that we have unearthed have a clean and distinct connection to the charred grain samples that we excavated. This shows that the people who lived here 6,300 years ago stopped hunting animals and walked into the woods to collect grain and consume them. The layer that we excavated also unearthed several tools used to hunt. Therefore, we need to think again of the view that claims that the tradition of consuming rice was from India. It can be noted that rice cultivation was done locally as well.
ඒ සංස්කෘතියත් එක්ක විවගාව ලැබුණයි කියන අදහස ගැන අපිට නැවත වරක් හිතන්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා.
That's a wrap of the brief today. I'm Mahina Bongzo for News First, reminding you to stay briefed.